Welcome. Welcome to another edition of Reggae Boyz commentary. Very special good evening to every single one of you watching this video. Whether you're watching it live, whether you're watching it on Friday, delayed, on the weekend, whenever you're watching this video, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to all of you. I'm really delighted to have you in attendance this evening for Reggae Boyz commentary. Quite a few things to get through, but before we do that, let's just say I have a very special thank you for everybody to tuning in every single Thursday. I think since March last year, we've only missed 2 Thursdays. We missed the Thursday that was on the election day in Jamaica, and another Thursday sometime in late November, December, thereabouts. But we've been quite consistent with this, and been doing my best in terms of letting you guys know the latest bit of information. So thank you very much, and we have surpassed 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. Another very special thank you for that. 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. That can fill 20% of the National Stadium. Wow. Thank you very much. Can't wait till the day till I get 35,000 subscribers. That way each subscriber could sit inside the National Stadium. But yeah, grateful for it, Reggae Boyz fans, and continue the support. I really appreciate it. Like I say, on every video, share with your family and friends and help them to subscribe so that they can be able to watch these videos. All right, so thanks again for your continued support. So let's get right into the meat of the matter. Today was the Major League Soccer Super Draft for 2021. And as we know, at least one Jamaican player has been drafted to the MLS every year since 2012. This year, we were given a treat, 2. And by the time the weekend rolls around, it might be even 3. But for now, as we speak, on Thursday, January 21, 2021, 2 Jamaicans have entered the MLS. Javane Brown, picked number 23 in the first round of the MLS Super Draft by the Vancouver Whitecaps. Yes, the very same team that Darren Mattox and Andre L.A. Lewis joined. Dean Richards played for them at some point, but you get the drift of what I'm saying. And at number 17, the highest rated Jamaican in the draft this year, out of Wake Forest University, coming from my alma mater, a player that I played with at Hillel Academy High School, Justin McMaster. Now, I've spoken to you guys about Justin McMaster and his ability for quite some time now, haven't we? I played with him in the 2011 and 2012 season. The bulk of it coming in 2011. The 2011 season was my first season with Hillel Academy as a central defender. From 2008 to 2010, I was a central midfielder, either a deep lying central midfielder or played on the right. But this was my first season at Hillel Academy where I was a centre half. And Justin, who was 13 years old, coming into the under-19 team, took my record, because in 2008, I was 14 years old and about 11 days old when I made my debut against Kingsway. So he took my record by a couple of weeks. He was 13 and 362 days or something like that. So he took my record for a couple of weeks. I'll be quite frank with you. Fabian Davis, the head coach at Hillel Academy, every single training session, he would be like to Justin, do you know how talented you are? Do you know how far you can go in this life? Do you know how far you can go in football? Fabian Davis was just at him every single training session, because in terms of drills, he didn't really do it quite well, but when it came to game day, yeah man, he even scored on his debut. Diminutive Justin McMaster scoring on debut from a corner kick. I'm telling you, man. Quite something. Yeah. So, I'll be honest with you. I did not I didn't expect him to turn professional, to be quite frank with you, because the way that I saw him at Hillel Academy, his attitude towards training versus his attitude towards game day was two different personalities. On game day, that Justin McMaster could take on anyone in the private school league, but training, it was a different character. But clearly, he went to Wake Forest University, he settled down, he worked extremely hard, and I'm honored and privileged to say that I played with him. I wasn't on the field quite often with him because, quite frankly, I was a squad player under Fabian Davis. I was more regular under Carl Terrell. Under Fabian Davis, I was more the impact sort of player. Come on, last 10 minutes. Game is 0-all. Use my height to good effect. But regarding Justin, Hillel Academy, that's where it all began. Bethlehem Steel in the USL, Wake Forest University, arguably the best school in the United States for developing soccer players. So, all the best to him. Javane Brown, University of South Florida. I traveled with the Reggae Boyz to the 2017 Caribbean Cup finals in Martinique. It was the semi-finals and the final, and he was 18 years old at the time, just about in his latter years at Kingston College. And from the moments that I had an opportunity to see him in the national setup, around Damian Lowe, around Ladale Ritchie, around Corey Burke, around Kevin Lambert, around Dwayne Miller, around those individuals, I knew that he would not only be a national player, but I knew within 3 years he'd be playing professionally. Granted, it took 4 years because 2017 to 2021 is 4 years. Well, technically 3.5 because the tournament was around May, June, thereabouts or something like that. So, you know what I mean? 3.5 years. And look where Javane Brown is today. He deserves everything going his way. So credit goes to Ludlow Bernard, Andrew Edwards, to some extent, Tapper, Carlton Spanner Dennis. For Justin McMaster, Fabian Davis, Andrew Edwards. Those two deserve the utmost of praise, honor, glory, respect for the work that they have done for these two gentlemen. Do I think they'll play? I think they'll get a handful of games. I don't expect them to be a starter by the end of the season, but I do expect them to feature in a few appearances for sure. My hope is that they acquit themselves, and even in games where they don't play for a month, play for 6 weeks, they still graft, work hard, and at the end of the season reward themselves with another contract. You know? So, that's great. I will be talking about national senior players in another couple of minutes from now. But let me get through some of the comments that you guys have been saying first, and then we will touch on that area in particular. Travis says we need to do an Instagram live together. All right, we'll work on it. DJ Sean Johnson says first one. Big up. Travis says, how are you doing? I say big up. Tyreek Manderson says GGMU, which means glory, glory, Man United. Let's all take a moment to laugh at Liverpool. Andy McNally, big up yourself, Simon. Big up. Nigel Smith says, I am here. All right, good. Michael Linder says, come on, Burnley. 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 McMaster and Brown is going to do wonders. Yes, certainly. They will do wonders. I'm telling you. They're going to do great, great things, I tell you. Absolutely fantastic things. I am going to go on Instagram Live in another couple of minutes, so I will come to that for sure. Yeah, so information about Roof and those guys. Give me a couple of minutes and I'll get back to that. Simon, are you an uptown youth? What does that mean? What does an uptown youth mean? I don't know what that means. But speaking about uptown, the owner, the founder of my hometown club, Maurice Danny Lynn, he passed away, and he was truly a wonderful servant towards that club. I've seen him run that club from their Major League, Super League, Premier League. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate, but he certainly laid the foundations for what is today known as Constance Ring FC, And my Instagram name is simon.preston, so you can look out for that. Alright, guys? Simon.preston. So you can look out for that. Simon.preston. So, over in the next few minutes. So, I'm sure one of the reasons why you came to this video. Players, I'm not sure if you guys saw, but I did an interview, a story quite recently on Tuesday, where the General Secretary of the Jamaica Football Federation confirmed that the JFF is in dialogue and working on the passports for 3 players in particular, namely Liam Moore. Namely, who's the other player? Yeah, I know the other 2. Yeah. Kemar Roof, and the other being Andre Gray. But the General Secretary, Dalton Wint, was tight-lipped regarding Isaac Hayden, Ivan Toney, and one more player. That person's name, I'll get to it. Well, those 2 in particular, because Rolanda Aarons already has a Jamaican passport. So, Ivan Toney and Isaac Hayden. Still no contact has been made with those 2. But what we know for sure, Kemar Roof, Andre Gray, and Liam Moore are closing in on a Jamaican passport, which is excellent news. So, the qualifiers, I would say, I'm not sure if they'll be called up for the Gold Cup, but I would say the qualifiers, most certainly, they'll be involved. So, we look forward to that, absolutely. Where Ravel Morrison is concerned, he has offers in England, and he also has offers in Turkey. The offers in England are a bit more enticing. I will tweet in another couple of days the specific names of those clubs. Are we getting Hayden? The reality of it is this, guys. I speak to Isaac. Isaac is intrigued. So what do we need to do? It's like an empty net. The centre forward has the ball. What does the centre forward need to do? Put the ball in the back of the net. So what did JFF need to do? Make the call, send the email, and all is well. So here we go. We can soon say here we go. But certainly, Isaac Hayden, he is interested. I can confirm that for sure. So we're looking forward to that for sure. As it relates to other players in the program, Peter Lee Vassell, Anglin, Malcolm, nothing where overseas is concerned. So we'll just have to wait and see. We're just going to have to wait and see, and hopefully that things will work out. As it relates to questions and everything like that, we're going to head over to Instagram in another couple of minutes to touch those. But tomorrow, yeah, man, Devon, we're going to talk later. But as it relates to the MLS Super Draft, Jamali, wait. Tomorrow we'll find out if he's picked up in the MLS Supplement Draft. So we'll see where that is concerned. And a very, very special big up to Wes Morgan, who's jumped in on the live. Big up, Wes. Wesley Nathan Morgan, all the way from Leicester City, the captain, the leader, the first ever man from the Caribbean international to lead a team to the Premier League title. The first Caribbean international since Dwight York to lift the Premier League trophy. Wesley Nathan Morgan. I mean, guys, you can go on my Instagram, you can see who followed me recently, and you guys see. I'm being straightforward, I'm being honest. Michael Linda says big up on 7.5. Thank you very much. It's actually 7.05, so not 7.5 as yet, but I'm getting there. I appreciate it, and we'll definitely, I'm closing in on 10,000 subs, so for sure, we're working on it, for sure, so one day at a time. And the question that you guys have been asking about Catalonia, is that game still on? The General Secretary says it is dependent on what's happening in Spain in March. So we're still going to have to wait, even though vaccinations are going up. We still have to wait and see what the state is like in Spain in another 4 weeks from now. So by then, we'll have a clear idea, you know? So we'll see how that is concerned. In regards to other friendly internationals, well, the Panamanian FA is reporting that they're closing in on friendly international with Jamaica. But when I contacted General Secretary of the JFF, Dalton Wint, he says that was news to him. So, is it a poker face? I'll do a bit more investigation where that is concerned. But head over to Instagram, guys, so we can answer some questions over there. All right, guys? And I'm going to do a video sometime in the week about Jamaica and the Reggae Boyz in the 21st century. So from the year 2000 to present, you know? So, and reflect on, you know, what we have done and what our moments and performances and games and all of that. Bobby Reid had a yellow card suspension, so that's why he missed the game against Manchester United on Wednesday. So he should be back for the next game week of Fulham. But Fulham desperately need points because of Burnley's result today. So he's just going to have to continue working hard, you know? So hopefully, things can work out. All right, Reggae Boyz fans, thanks very much for tuning in this evening. Remember, head over to Instagram Live in another 5 minutes so we can get a lot of the questions. I'm giving you guys an opportunity where the questions are concerned on Instagram Live. All right, guys? I hope the information on the new players was helpful. Like I said, to recap, Liam Moore, Andre Gray, Kemar Roof, closing in on Jamaican passports, right? Rolanda Aarons already has a Jamaican passport. You know, we already have Daniel Johnson and Ravel Morrison and Greg Lee, so that's 7 new faces right there, right? Could be more. Wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. But thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll be in touch. All right? Stay safe, wear your mask. Head over to Instagram Live. Let's have a chat. Cool.